Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to build this very basic 3D application with the help of React.js and Three.js. So React.js is a powerful JavaScript library which you can use to build user interfaces, and Three.js is a powerful and magical tool which you can use to create 3D worlds and make them come alive. So let's get started project like what we are going to build today. So as you can see, this is a 3D cube which is rotating in this 2D screen, and it has a name hello world printed in front of it. Also via mouse you can control this cube left and right and move it up and down, and you can get different perspectives of this cube. So yeah, this is a very basic project which is built using React.js and Three.js. Like for this video, like you have to know the basics, very basics of the React.js, and even if you don't know Three.js, that's fine because it's like a very completely beginner friendly video. So let's dive into the code and start building this application. Now let's go into the VS Code editor, and in the terminal type npx create react app and your project name, keep it example1. So now our code is running, and you can see in the localhost 3000 here we have a default React.js template. Now what you can do is you can go to the src app.js and remove all these elements and just write hello world, hit save and go to the app.css and remove this also, hit save, and you can see hello world is printed here. Okay, so now we need to download two packages. One is React 3 Fiber and the other one is React 3 Dre. These are the two packages which we will be needing. So let's copy this, npm install, create a new terminal, go inside the example 1. By the way, if you don't know, like we can run a program in one terminal and in another terminal we can do all the installation. Yeah, so we are in the example1 directory, and now I will paste the code here, npm install react 3 dre, go in the react 3 fiber. You don't need this the 3 and type 3, you just need this react 3 fiber. Just copy and paste it here and just hit enter. So now our code is running, and you can see in the localhost 3000 here we have a default React.js template. Now what you can do is you can go to the src app.js and remove all these elements and just write hello world, hit save and go to the app.css and remove this also, hit save, and you can see hello world is printed here. Go into the React 3 Fiber docs. Inside this you can see there is an example, and the main thing here is the canvas component. Let's copy it and paste it here. Also import this canvas from the React 3 Fiber. So you can see this canvas element is displayed in our DOM, and this basically canvas is basically a rectangular area in which all the graphic stuff like square, circle, triangle and any other 3D object will go. And this canvas provide us with an API which help us to interact with those 3D objects. So yeah, that's the use of this canvas component, and inside this canvas all our 3D code will go. So now what do we need? Let's see, go in docs. They have loaded a box component. In that we have a mesh. Okay, so let's go to the src, create a folder called components, and inside this create a file called cube.jsx. Use this shorthand property to create the component. Remove this div to make sure that inside the canvas you cannot use these div elements. What you have to use is a mesh. Okay, so let's import this cube. Import cube from, we have it here, save it. Okay, so let's create that cube. Let's go into the Three.js docs, this one, and in the documentation just search for box geometry. Here you will get a live example of this 3D cube. It has width, height and depth. So if you weren't using React.js, you can use this in this way to like form this 3D object. It's like a plugin in JavaScript, but as we are using React 3 Fiber, we can also use it, but we need to use it as a component. Like you can write box geometry and you can pass props to it. We have width, height and depth. You can just write arguments, and in this you can form an array, and the first one is the width, the second is the height, and third is the depth. Now if you save and go to the browser, you'll see a small box have been created. Let's increase the width and height of the canvas. You can do it. I just target the app class name, go to the app.css and make the width and height 100%. Width is 100%, height 100%. Save it and refresh it. Nothing is happening. Let's make it viewport. Yeah, now it's good. Now it has taken the entire screen, and now you cannot pass. If you want to give it color, you cannot pass it in the props. There is a thing called mesh standard material. If you want to know about this, you can go to the 3JS docs and just type mesh standard material. Here you can see this is our 3D object. Now if you want to like color it, you can just select and change the color from here. So here also in the constructor you can pass the color property. So you can go there and just pass the color prop, make it blue. We have passed the color prop and we have made blue. Now let's check in the browser and you can see there is a black color box. So why it is black? So like in the 3D world, to see an object you can only see it when some light falls on it. So same goes for the this 3D world in the web application. To see an 3D object we need a light to fall on it. So again you can go to the 3JS docs and type ambient light here, ambient light, and here you can see this light globally illuminates all the object in the scene equally. So go into the code and just below the mesh write ambient light, and now if you save and go to the browser you can see we have got a blue color 3D box. We are able to see a 2D object right in front of us, but in fact in real it is a 3D object, but we are not able to see it because here the concept of camera comes. So what is this camera? Let's go into the MS Paint I will explain you like how this concept of camera works in the 3D world. So suppose there is a train here, okay, and there is a man who is standing right here. Now the train is approaching him, okay, so he is able to see the front part of it. But what if the man was standing here? And he can able to see the right part of it. Depending upon where you are standing decides that which perspective of the train you will get to see. Okay, if you're standing here, you will get the left part of it. Same concept is applied here. Now our camera is in the center, so we are able to see only the center part of it. So what if we want to view the top part of the cube? It's simple, just like shift the camera towards the y-axis to some positive value and you can see the top part of it. So basically this cube, it has divided into three parts like x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So we just need to give some positive y value to view top part of it. So we can go to the code. In the canvas we can firstly we have to pass the make default prop. Other thing is pass a camera prop. In that give it a position, it will be 0, 2, 0. Hit save and refresh the page. Now we also have to give the z-axis now to make the camera a little far away from the cube. 7, let's refresh. So now you can see the top part of the cube. Now suppose if you want to view the left part of the cube, just give a negative x-axis value 5 and now make sure to refresh the page. See, now you can view the left and top part of it. So that's how the concept of camera works. You can rotate this cube like a 360 degrees. So for that we need to use the React useref hook. So let's import it, const cube ref, and let's write useref. Okay, so now let's target the mesh ref equal to cube ref. Now this cube ref have all the properties of this box cube, and to see what properties it have, let's use the use frame hook which we get from the React 3 fiber. And so basically this use frame hook, it is called like after every second, or you can say microsecond, so it is being called continuously. Now if we console.log cube ref and if we log it and check our console, you can see it is being printed like continuously. Now let's stop it before our systems hang. And now if I open this object, you can see it has an object called current, and in that you can see there are many properties which you can go through. We are looking for the rotation property. Rotation, yeah, it is. Sorry, this one. Yeah. So it has X, Y, Z properties. So you can just let's cube ref dot current in that rotation. And that let's try to rotate it on the y-axis. So write y plus equal to with a speed of 0.01. Let's save it. You can see it's rotating. You can increase speed. Now you can see it's rotating, and also you can move it up and down. So yeah, using this use frame hook on the reactive fiber, you can rotate the queue. Also you can do many things. You can change its position if you want, and yeah, there are many properties you can check and like try whatever feels good to you. Yeah, also you can see you can zoom and unzoom this. This is done using the orbit controls. So let's see now if we want to print something in the front of the cube. So what we can do is we can use this HTML element which we get from the React.js package, the helper package. Just import it. Okay, so I will explain you what props I have passed into it. This is the position prop. This is 0 for x, 0 for y, and 1.1 for z to appear it in the front of the cube. And style, I have given it font size of 8px. So if I save it, and you can see the hello world is printed in front of it. The other two props, which is transform, it means it will be relative to the box geometry, like as this object is moving it will go along with it. So for that we use transform. And this occlude basically means that it should be hidden. If the camera is not towards it, then it should get hidden. For that we use this occlude prop. So yeah, you can, so using this HTML you can like print something in front of the cube. And this you will get from the React.js package. If you go here and like look for it, you will find the HTML element here. Okay, see here, it's here. So you can click on it, and basically it has other properties too to try out, so you can look into it. Yeah, which we can add in this project is that the background. So let's add it. Let's go to the VS Code, and to the add the background is very simple. Just write color here and attach background. In the arcs, like it contains an array, so in the you have to pass the first value. So here I will pass as yellow. Now close the bracket. If we save and check project, yeah, so we can see a yellow background here. So yeah, that's it for this project. It was a very basic project. I hope you got to learn something from it. And if you want to explore more shape, you can just go to Three.js docs and write sphere geometry or just geometry. You'll get all these shapes here, and you can go inside it and try this all. Just increase the radius, these segments. So yeah, you can just play with it. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and in the future I will be bringing some more videos on this, as I am also like very new to this Three.js. I am also learning it. So yeah, look forward to meet you again. Bye bye.